Hello, Mascot Public School community. My name is Nic Accaria. I'm the Director Educational Leadership for the Botany Bay Network, and that includes Mascot Public School, of course, and 19 other schools. It is my pleasure today to be reading your story. Today I'll be reading Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, and it's by Judith Viorst. Here we go. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. Do I show pictures? Yeah. He's already having a bad day, as you can see. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Timbuktu. Here we are. Not really liking brekkie at the moment. In the car on the way to school, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. And I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. Not one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loudly. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I think the expression tells it all, folks. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream falls apart off the cone and lands in Timbuktu. Not happy. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip's lunch bag, and Albert got chocolate with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose father forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school my mum took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said. I'm going to Timbuktu. You might want to focus on this person. On the way downstairs, the lift door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for Mum to get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then I started crying. Because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mum came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I'm having a, you can say it with me everyone, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one even answered. I think he's really struggling now. Have a look. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man says, "We're sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was as careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said not to fool around with his phone, but I think I called Timbuktu. My dad said please don't pick up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Have a look at this mess, everyone. There were beans for dinner, and I hate beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes, my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pyjamas. I hate my railroad train pyjamas. Yeah, I can understand why, everyone. Have a look. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out. And I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mum says some days are like that. Even in Timbuktu. Mascot Public School, thank you very much for having me read your story today. All the best. Speak with you soon.